Greetings, fellow Earthlings. Welcome back to another pre-game card shuffle, y'all. How's everybody doing? I hope y'all are doing magnificently. Thank you so much for sharing your space, energy, and time with me. So there's a lot going on cosmically, man. I don't know if some of y'all feel it. I wonder if like some people that are not into astrology or don't feel very spiritual, I wonder how they go through it, you know what I mean? Because I'm sure that they do. They just don't realize like what's happening, you know? I just wonder sometimes. But yeah, so today I wanted to talk about the tarot and the way that it's kind of like set up for those of y'all that want to learn. But basically there's 22 cards before the 4 different elements. So I think it's like 72 cards in total or something like that. But basically, you have the 4 elements. You have air, fire, ground, and water, right? So you got air, which is communication, swords. You got fire, which is wands and movement or action, passion. You have water, which is emotion, feelings, and that's going to be the cups. And then you have ground, earth, which is the pentacles, which is anything 3D, material. And then before the elements, you have the major arcana. So the major arcana are the 22 cards. Starting with the Fool, these are archetypes. What the major arcanas are going to represent are stages in life. So it's like at any given point, you start out with the Fool, right? When you take a leap of faith, and you end with the World. And in between the Fool and the World, there's all kinds of stages that we go through on our growth for on our spiritual journey. You know what I mean? What else? So each element has its own 1 through 10 and court cards. The court cards normally represent like people, but it could represent our own energy. But yeah, what else about the major arcana? So the major arcanas have different signs associated with them. And yeah, you could basically take the major arcana and just do a reading by itself with just the major arcana. But yeah, let's go ahead and roll the dice and see what kind of reading we're gonna get today, shall we? So, thank you, by the way. Thank you for all for commenting and liking the videos and watching them. I hope you guys are getting something out of them. All right, let's see what we get here. We got the South Node, so we got Gemini, in the 5th house of the South Node. So the 5th house has to do with your passion, your creativity, what you do for pleasure, the way you express yourself. The South Node has to do with your comfort zone, your innate gifts, past lives. And then Gemini has to do with communication and duality. So let's look at our favorite websites over here and see if we could find a good spread. I just found some more new ones too that I'll share in the descriptions down below. But yeah, let's see some keywords for Gemini. A adaptation, connection, curiosity, pattern recognition. So what I'm getting here, there was the fifth house has to do with self-expression. Let's look on the Emerald Lotus divination, because they have a good section for creativity right here. Look, boom, right there with the South Node being innate gifts, one of the keywords right there. Let's go ahead and do this one. Look, channeling your divine gifts. Let's look at it. Sorry about the background noise, y'all. 7 cards, I could do that. All right, so we have our spread. In that case, my friends, I will see you in the next video, and I'll put that right here. Also, I'm going to start putting the playlists over here of all the pre-game shuffles, and maybe if I can put the other one with all, no, I'll put all the pre-game shuffles here, and then the readings, I'll put all the readings right here. So reading, playlist. All right, y'all, peace.